I guess that's it, John. I guess we're done for the day. Did you call any of those people, though?
Yeah, I got them all right here. I mean, I don't want to call that one. That's too far to drive. Well, I called this guy.
What about the other ones? You leave messages?
You don't want to go there.
Okay.
I'm done, dude.
It's the weekend anyways. Hey, don't forget,
It's
Monday.
Thursday.
Yeah, I know.
It's the weekend for you.
It's the weekend for most people, isn't it?
Saps like me still got a day left.
So, okay, let's think about next week and let's plan it out. You got to get those materials over Monday for Pete.
All right. No.
Yeah.
No, I can't. Mommy
Wait.
van, she's peeing everywhere. She's leaking fluids.
You know what? I'll let you use my new vehicle.
What you got?
I'll surprise you. In fact, there's some equipment I need to get over at Powder Springs. Here, take it.
Dude, this late in the day?
Yeah, whatever. Put it in?
Yeah, I guess.
Yeah, just spilling water.
Oh.
Yeah, I want it. I want it. Do you want it?
John, is there something in my eye? Can you go real quick?
The moves are coming today. Well, you know what? That's not like a George problem to me. Yeah?
Hey, it's not the size of the compressor, it's how they pound the nails.
Do I understand how this guy's still around? 8:15 figures, man. Always waiting on John. We're still waiting on John, Brian, still, so I don't know.
That's usual.
Go text, go do something, whatever you do.
Go text?
Yeah, nothing else to
Won't
do.
get fired?
Probably. There he goes.
That's
God, 8:30, dude. What the? Finally.
You take any longer? You drop top.
Right, drop top sob. What's up with that? Huh?
Right?
You're on the grass, Johnny boy. Now you can't get the trunk open. Dude, why did you send me this idiot over here? Let me figure out how to open this trunk for this guy. You can't figure it out.
See? That was easy. Want two?
Maybe three.
No, dude, that's crazy.
That's two. Take two,
Put
Brian.
another one up.
You see how you have babies. Go. Go.
I got it.
Brian. How you gonna get it down?
Trust me, I'll get it done.
If you drop it, come out your check.
You know, George goes out and buys 2 cars a month, and I'm always the guy that has to go get them registered. It took me probably 3 days of driving to get this car even registered. We couldn't get it to pass emissions, so I'd have to take it, and it would fail emissions, and then I'd have to reset the computer, and then I'd have to drive it around for a whole day with the top down in the sunshine, and hours on end of driving, and then I'd have to go back and it would fail again, and I'd have to drive it around for hours on end with the top down. The things I do.
But I didn't expect a water explosion in my house. I wondered what was happening when I saw the river flowing between the refrigerator and the stove. And then when I couldn't get it stopped, I called the plumber. He said he had to call the water removal company, then in turn they called PCS.
A busted ice maker line feeding the refrigerator was determined by the plumber to be the cause of the damage, and the emergency water removal guys have already been by to remove the water damaged cabinet next to the refrigerator and under the stove. At the moment, George is still fighting Miss Evans' insurance company to get the kitchen repairs approved. So for today, Pete and Brian are only replacing the waterlogged sheet vinyl floor and installing a new cabinet. This way, Miss Evans can still have use of her old kitchen until the full scope of repairs is approved. This can be a confusing concept to customers, and it usually falls on John to guide them through it.
So it's going to be done in stages, so we'll try to get your floor done today.
That's fine, I'm glad for stages.
Carpet, got a few things to move around.
Can you reach that yellow
Now
thing?
Pete's going to clean up all that stuff. That's a Pete problem, is what we call
What are you
that.
talking about, Pete? You're already here. Get to it. John, go make yourself useful and go get the cabinet.
Well, Pete forgot to get your cabinet this morning, so I have to go pick that up, so I'll be back.
My cabinets.
Yeah, we're going to put a cabinet in there
Oh,
temporarily.
my 4-drawer cabinet, so I can
Well,
have...
here's the bad news. Pete can't get you a 4-drawer cabinet.
Pete has nothing to do with this.
The only thing they make now is 3-drawer cabinets, but they don't make 4 drawers anymore. So I can bring
You
it.
shouldn't have taken away my drawers. Oh my gosh. How about them apples? Wow. But I should take tedious work. It did.
Excuse me, man.
Oh.
With all the early morning excitement around the house, Miss Evans seems eager to mix it up with Pete and Brian, whether they like it or not.
Oh, can we step in there? Yes. Stop talking. I like to talk during the week.
Yeah.
Oh,
I try to.
Let me get out of your way.
I try to get my classes.
Where did John go?
Okay, we got this up, we got that up. Let's get this out the way so they ain't just floor. We'll do this side, put everything this side. Let's clean this floor. Get a vacuum.
Oh, are we in your way? Here, come around. What is that, a HEPA dryer or something? I had HEPA dryers in here and big
All right,
dryers
ma'am.
going.
This is what I have to tell you. You have to leave your kitchen now.
Oh, I'll gladly leave the kitchen. It's all yours, believe me. I just dusted a little bit of the top. I'll do it one later.
Once the fun part is done, it's time to lay the floor. And although Miss Evans was high energy for a while, by 10 a.m., she's out.
John, where's my stuff
Un
at?
momento, señor. El teléfono.
John just bought a cabinet we got to put together. He's the biggest idiot here is. It really is.
Instead of buying a cheap pre-built cabinet to be the temporary placeholder until repairs are approved, John opts for an expensive all-wood cherry cabinet, which will add at least another hour to Pete's construction time.
Al fin de la semana, la firma, el bottom of la cheque is George, no es Pete.
No.
Oh, sí, sí.
Well, I'm saying Pete, nothing gets done. So don't worry about all that.
You have to put back something that's either as nice as or something better than what she had. And you can't always go back with the cheapest. Number one, it's not what you're supposed to do. Number two, sometimes it's not the right thing to do. You got to get them something nice.
Hey, question. Don't these come built already in Home Depot?
Yeah, but that's press board, and those are all wood. He just likes complaining because he has to work versus something that's already put together and delivered for him.
This guy's just traveling with the top down, having a good time over here working. Just the biggest piece of crap there is.
Pete problem.
The guy quit this job, I guarantee it'll be over John. Guaranteed.
It's a living.
Cabinet, what's next?
Thermal pencil?
24.
While prepping the area for the cabinet install, Pete discovers that the fridge is still leaking. And after Miss Evans wakes from napping, Pete breaks the news.
Hey ma'am, you know, I think something's wrong with your, there we go. Your refrigerator.
Oh my God! I mentioned to John that connection didn't look good.
Put new valves back there for you, the plumber. That's done correct. The new hose as far as it's the refrigerator, man.
You mean it's refrigerator?
It's the refrigerator. It's old. The part in the back is old.
Oh gosh.
We'll figure something out. Don't worry about
I'm gonna call Derek right now.
it. Okay. There you go. Just like butter. 28.
And I said, my refrigerator is still leaking. And I says, I can't have that happen. I'll blow up this house and me in it.
After calling the plumber, emergency water removal, George, John, a couple of grandkids, Miss Evans finally calls a refrigerator repairman who confirms Pete's diagnosis of a broken fridge part in the back where it connects to the supply line.
This is what cracked.
Excuse me, ma'am. Excuse me.
Oh, sorry.
After the refrigerator is fixed, Pete and Brian are completing the cabinet, while the fridge man tries to get out.
Guys waiting at the front door like, can you pay me so I can leave?
Well, I don't get that bad when I was little.
I hope you're not that bad. I'm throwing you in the home, like for real.
You know what? You can leave my house now when you get home. Right now. Good?
And that's how we do it.
It is what it is, Brad. Hey? Yeah, because this is a cabinet here.
After the fridge man escapes, Miss Evans comes back to the kitchen to check Pete's progress, and she has an opinion or two.
That has to go. I hate it. Is he kidding me?
Where's your old cabinet at?
What?
Where's the old cabinet at?
They took them. Your cartridge company or something.
Not my
They
company.
came.
That's some other company.
Take them out.
Huh?
Take them out.
Take what up?
Those cabinets.
Why?
How am I gonna open them?
I put handles on for you.
Where? Where is there a place for handles?
You gotta make the holes for them. Like every other cabinet, they're all the
You
same.
tell him I still don't like the color. You better come back real quick with the carpeting so I can be. Whoa.
Need a hammer, Brian.
There's no water back there, right?
Oh man. She rarely cooks. So I mean, she's like, you better. Where's my handle? I said, I don't know. Ask John. I said, John. I'm gonna tell her John's gonna put them back on for her. She don't want those cabinets. She already made it real clear. They're too dark. She don't like them. Whatever. Well, this is pretty much free. You know that, right? Insurance has covered nothing yet, and she is crying about every little thing. You notice that, right? Ma'am, everything's back. We're done. John's coming to put your handles on.
Wait a minute.
He's gonna buy handles for you. Okay?
Wait a minute. Well, give me 2 seconds. You're all done?
I'm done now.
The plan has always been to replace all of Miss Evans' cabinets in accordance with her insurance policy, but Miss Evans doesn't want all new cabinets. The problem with this is, Miss Evans has no money, so George has to follow her insurance policy's guidelines in order to get that money, and that involves doing things the right way, as John said earlier. Insurance is not a buffet after all, and if they give you money to do one thing, they expect you to use that money for that, and if you don't, it's actually called fraud.
How much money have I gotten to do your repairs?
Just get that too large cabinet out of there, replace that, fix my stove, and leave me alone.
Even though she'll be harmed and it's not the right thing to do, we'll save a bunch of money as an insurance company.
I'll really explode.
I know you'll explode, Miss Evans, but I'm just explaining to you, if you keep doing what you're doing.
We're done.
So you've noticed some water's leaking. A lot of water. And even if it's not buckling the floors or frying the carpet, it's still seeping into the floor and creating a moist environment where mold and bacteria can thrive. Even clean water can spread toxic mold through the floors and up the walls. Left untreated for long enough, a little water on the floors can turn into a lot of toxic mold in the walls. This is where emergency water removal comes in. After you call us, our first responders come to you and provide a free assessment of the damage using electronic moisture detection technology and thermal imaging hardware. They'll show you where and what the problem is and tell you how it's going to be dealt with. Next, we send out our technicians to extract and dispose of the contaminated building materials, making flood cuts and vacuuming up any excess water while spraying down the area with an organic antibacterial cleaner. In addition to effective materials, our team of professional movers will extract and store any personal items that could be affected by the loss. After everything's extracted and evacuated, it's time to dry the area. This will be done through a combination of drying chambers, air scrubbers, and dehumidifiers. As a warning, these things can get loud. After demolition and drying is done, we also have the crews to renovate your kitchens, floors, cabinets, and more. The house might look like a war zone for a few days, but in the end, emergency water removal will put you back right. Before the break, Miss Evans was starting to become increasingly upset about the time it was taking to complete her kitchen work.
Oh my God! Are you serious?
Saddling John as project manager with what he claims to be over 30 phone messages in the span of a month.
1, 32, 33,
You're lying.
34, 30. All right, let's start.
Oh my goodness.
Let's go back to March 30th. 5, 6, 7, 8, watch, 9,
At this
10.
point, I'd like to thank either AT&T or Apple, whoever limits the voicemail to 4 minutes. Thank you.
After a month battling her insurance company over coverage, it's finally time for John to deliver insurance's final judgment over whether her kitchen will be covered or if she will have to pay out of pocket.
State Farm, thanks to George, has approved to get all your cabinets fixed and replaced.
Just get that too large cabinet out of there, replace that, fix my stove, and leave me alone.
All right. with that in mind, if you want to,
I want the carpeting replaced.
State Farm has not agreed to replace the carpeting. However, the one cabinet that you're talking about to replace, where do I get that?
I have no idea. These cabinets were in here when we bought the home.
So about 40 years ago, apparently I can't find that cabinet to replace it. So how can I make you happy with one
So they
cabinet?
didn't improve the carpeting.
The only thing they approved for the carpet was replace the wet pad and replace and pay to have your carpet steam cleaned in the areas. That's what they've approved.
Let me show you.
What you gonna show me?
The kitchen.
All right.
You see how you think you can't do anything, even if this had handles, you'd
Yeah.
be scraping against my refrigerator.
Correct.
There's nothing wrong now with the refrigerator.
Yes.
And what you're gonna do in here, and I'll sign a release and we're done.
What I was trying to explain is State Farm has paid for and approved to replace all of these. This one will slide up next to the stove, so it's not up next to the fridge. This one will get replaced, and this one, and all of these, and all of these, and all of this. State Farm has approved to
I don't care what
replace.
State Farm has done.
I don't care what State Farm has done.
Yeah, I do. Because they're not, this has been taking so long, it's been a horrible experience, and I love State Farm.
If you're not mad at State Farm for taking too long, who's it that you're mad at for taking too long?
You don't want me to say.
I do want you to say. Because I got here with State Farm 2 Fridays ago, and how long did that man take to turn in his paperwork? 2 weeks. And then he comes back, and we got him to agree to give you all new cabinets. And now you're saying you don't want new cabinets? So if you want,
Do you know how much work it is if they replace this car? This is my junk drawer.
doesn't take me any work at all. It's all Pete. Pete has to do all the work. All right, Miss Victoria. Here's the question. Do you like this color cabinet?
Well,
It'll be nice and even
yeah,
with this.
because the other cabinet, believe it or not, came slightly here. You see this here thing where I try to keep my Valerie's little Pekingese from going around, because when she would go around the cabinet, she
All right,
ran
let's
down
finish
to
up
all
in the
those-
kitchen because I'm sure you would like to get your kitchen back in life. So, if you're okay with the color, do you want handles that look like this, or would you like to pick a different style handle?
No, it has to be a wood colored. See, this here cabinet that we found, Richard and I, put our microwave in. Down here you have all kind of papers and stuff that you need.
Do you want that? You want one of
And then
those?
down here you can put in pans and stuff to cook in or whatever.
Is that the cabinet you want?
And this, like this color,
Yep, you want that?
if you can find it.
Are you sure that's what you want? You realize this is a piece of cardboard with laminated picture of a piece of wood to put over top of it. Is very cheap.
Wait a minute, you think that if you had the whole cabinet like that, I mean all the cabinets,
Yes.
that side, this side,
Yes.
over
yes.
here,
You would have a
with this
showpiece
floor,
kitchen.
no, would make it look,
Too small?
I mean, make
No.
it look smaller or too dark?
Not at all. It would look absolutely stunning. Well, how soon you want your kitchen done? I hear you're busy Saturday.
Well, I'm getting my hair done today after you all leave, and I have to get blinds at Home Depot,
Well, I got to go to my next one. So let me get my.
and
Yeah.
so when you coming back?
Let's say I try to come back tomorrow. If I can talk George into it, we can measure your cabinets. And then you want to get the guys going Monday?
Yep.
Who's Midland Mortgage? Have you seen all this paperwork?
I looked at it, but you said you would. Let me see
Good
it.
gracious, it'll take me a month to fill
Let
this
me
out.
see it.
I'm teasing. I'm teasing.
No, let me see. You need something from me.
Uh-oh.
I
bet
just
you.
glanced at it because I don't.
I'll fill it all out and bring it back to you.
I don't know
Uh-oh,
why they
hang
have
on.
to do
Now I'm in
this.
trouble. Hey, Mr. Caswell.
Chad, where are you? Dude, it should have took you 15 minutes.
I know, I'm leaving right now, sir. I was telling her the next time we get together is will be George measuring the cabinets. And then do you want to get Pete in here on Monday putting them in?
Now listen, nope, John, nope. Don't you dare tell her we're starting Monday, because if we ain't got a check, dude, I'm not gonna finance another house. I've already financed 6 or 7 of your little deals like this. I'm not doing another one.
Okie dokie, boss.
John, don't tell her Monday.
Okay, man. I'll see you after a while, Mr. Casual.
John, no, don't you dare, you mother. Oh, you hung up on me.
Who was that? That wasn't George.
That was George.
So I'm going to give this to Midland? They didn't lose anything.
No. You hang on to it, because I'm going to fill out your Midland paperwork.
Yeah.
And then when I send in the Midland paperwork, we send that check with it.
To Midland.
To Midland. So you just hang on to it till tomorrow. See you next trip. Hey, you busy tomorrow? Yes, sir. What you need? I did what you told me. I don't... Calling me an idiot ain't gonna change things. It is me again.
Come on.
Okay, so here's what Georgia said now. Georgia says before he starts your kitchen, he wants to wait till Midland Mortgage sends the check back. Remember the check you had in your hand that has Midland Mortgage's name on it?
Yeah.
We have to send that off to Midland Mortgage. They have to sign it, send it back.
Why all the hiccups and the delays about that you're going to get paid?
Who knows? I have to do exactly what George says. I thought he was kidding when he said it, and he said, nope, I don't listen, and I need to go back and tell you exactly what I just told you. I thought he was kidding.
So you're not going to start on any kind of replacement work?
I don't know. I'll find out tomorrow. I'll be back tomorrow to go over your paperwork with you.
This is unbelievable.
It is.
Why all these delays and curbs and ditches and glitches?
No clue.
And I didn't experience all this before.
No clue.
All this was done in 2 weeks, and I hardly knew they were here. I mean, other than when they came to replace everything.
Never seen one like it ever. All right, I'll call you tomorrow when I can swing by.
You know something? Other than them finishing the cabinet, I mean replacing that cabinet that's too tight, is jeopardizing not putting baseboards in, replacing that, just that plank of wood that he put under my stove, and just cleaning that little bit of carpeting, and I want to be done. John, I know you're driving, and I don't like to talk to people while they're driving, because you shouldn't drive and talk. But, yeah, I'm sure. But in view of all this rigmarole that I don't want all the cabinets replaced. Just replace that one cabinet in a color that's close, with handles, put a board under the stove, fix my stove, clean with a little bit of carpeting is by the dining room, and we'll call it quits. I'm done. I can't handle all this. This is too many glitches and too many hiccups and too many delays, and this is impossible. And then to withstand replacing all the cabinets, forget it.
How much money have we got from repairing her house?
If you add it all together.
I just said, John, he was coming, I never seen you get her after to finish this house.
We're still at zero.
Help me find it. Leave the thing alone. You're making you use profanity, which I'm too professional for that.
These jobs are more stressful than they are physically, you know that? She doesn't stop, man. I'm trying to be nice to her, dude. She's the most annoying person I've ever worked with.
Trying to fix it
Because
right
I've
now.
been fighting you all since you started.
I come back here, man. It's like, it's crazy, G. You crazy?
Don't talk to me.
No way City Mortgage is signing that check. They owe.
I've been practicing for this day. What? Really? Are you serious? I can't believe that.